Let's take Clay in Euliss, Texas. It says here, we're a little bit over time, so I'm going to jump past the push. It says here that you are an atheist, but why not just go with Christianity since it helps people feel better? Does that roughly cover the topic that you want to discuss? The feelings that you get that are positive from Christianity can easily be gotten from other places, and basing groups of people on a heinous tradition that's led to everything from crusades and the Inquisition, and that leads people to bad thinking and easily facilitates a level of privilege for, things like we're seeing in the current administrations and state things. I think more than disqualifies Christianity as a path to that comfort, and highlights the need to provide a clearer, easier alternate route to that comfort.
Not only does it potentially make people feel better, but it also makes people feel worse.
Yeah.
And it makes people feel better about doing bad things.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, Clay, I jumped on you before you got to say your piece, but here,
go ahead.
Does that...
Hey, what's up, Texas homeboys? So I am an atheist, but actually, and I apologize, Matt, because you are one of my role models, but I didn't understand the whole controversy going on. I don't use social media or anything, but my whole point I was trying to make, because I know you're short on time, but was the same principles that we apply with logic and intellectual honesty towards Christianity, I think we could apply towards the transgender movement, which, now, I'm not degrading anybody, be what you want to be, whatever, I'm libertarian. But if we're talking about intellectual honesty and just making people feel good, I don't agree that the whole transgender thing is just going to be solved by telling people, yeah, you're right, we're just going to go with it. You know what I'm saying?
No. I kind of know what you're saying.
Explain. Yes, thank you.
I was going to say, so two things.
But I don't agree.
I understand what you're saying. I entirely disagree, and I'd like to point out that in what you said the whole transgender thing, and just telling people, oh, we definitely agree. People are being denigrated and treated as a class to be marginalized in society and in law, specifically for this issue. And given the statement, that whole transgender thing, in quotes from you, it suggests to me that perhaps there's more research that could be done to understand people that hold the opposite position to you, and before you draw a conclusion with any confidence about what the best path forward is for society.
Not the least of which is your characterization that we're just going along with it to make people feel better. It seems that you don't have an understanding of what. Like I was saying before, I don't know what it's like to be transgender, but I can actually have an understanding of the subjects and empathize. And so whatever it is that you're objecting to without really objecting to it still isn't clear. Because
go
ahead. What are you objecting to?
What I'm objecting to is the backlash, and there's legislation popping up everywhere, even in Canada, or the bathroom bills. Okay, well, if we're going to do that, then it has to be on what's actually true. So just like atheists, we don't believe, I don't care if somebody says that Jesus is real and they want me to go along with it, or, let's do a prayer. I'm not going to do it. I don't believe in that crap.
I still don't think you're being clear about what it is that you're objecting to.
Transgenderism.
So you don't think being transgender is a thing?
No,
you are factually fucking wrong.
I don't think I have to go. No, I just don't have to go along with it.
Okay, you're correct. You can be a bigot if you want to.
That's not being a bigot.
You bet your ass it is. You just acknowledge that something is a thing. You just don't agree with it. Well, who gives a fuck whether you agree with it or not?
Okay, well then that's not a problem then. I'm just saying it's not real. So we can be delusional.
Congratulations. You can sit there and say it's not real all you want. You're fucking wrong and you're a bigot.
Yeah. Okay, so if you say you're a dog and I don't agree,
that's not transgenderism. Why don't you go do some fucking research
and
what's not true? So Claire, let me.
Well, after.
I'm sorry, not Claire. Clay. Let me clarify something. That's not even fucking close to analogous. I don't know if who's going to go back through shows and figure out how many times I've said something like that's not even fucking close in response to something a caller has said. Wow. I get that you don't have to agree if you have a value on let's be rational about this and let's research it. I think that you should research it and apply scientific skepticism and recognize that the best pathway to truth or reasonable confidence in your conclusions is to doubt your own beliefs and do everything that you can to prove yourself wrong. And I would encourage you to do that, particularly in this instance. Additionally, if you're looking at the best way that societies and governments should treat human beings, human individuals, maybe consider that from a perspective that emphasizes human rights and equality.
Okay, that's fine.
Those would be my...
to apply scientific learning and understanding. Okay, first phase and research. Do my research. Okay, are you born with an XX or an XY chromosome? So
okay,
all right, hold on, Clay. I'm going to put you on hold.
First of all, that's not an or question.
Yeah,
because there's a lot more to it than just that binary selection.
Yeah,
and that is about genetic sex traits, which is independent from both gender identity and gender expression.
Yeah. So let's be very clear. There isn't one plus one is something that's demonstrated with a logical proof, elaborated on initially by Bertrand Russell. Yeah. The way that society treats gender is not like that. It's about human beings. Additionally, being skeptical and speaking this way about this is not, I know that you're speaking to Matt and I, and that Matt and I have relatively thick skin, and I think I have patience. But I'd like to clarify that if you were this direct and aggressive towards a person who's trans, you'd be really attacking someone marginalized.
We have like 1 minute before the hard cut.
Yeah.
I'd just like to point out that the original question, which was why not just go with Christianity since it helps people feel better, maybe it's because Christianity promotes bigoted ideas about gender as well. Maybe that's one other reason. I have nothing more for this witness, Your Honor.
Clay, I'm getting the word on the hard cut and being told not even to pick your call back up again. I think that's good. You're welcome to reach out in between now and whenever, and I would encourage you. Again, Reddit is a great forum because you can make sure that your statements are sensible and have citations behind them if you'd like. I think we'll either will or won't end up engaging otherwise. And I think that's going to wrap up our show. Hopefully, I didn't undo any good things by taking and addressing the Clay's questions immediately after Brenda's, but...
Fuck Clay.
Yeah.